The human body is made up of building blocks called cells. There are about 220 types of cell in the body. Each of these cells are very specialised. A blood cell, for example, can only ever be a blood cell. However, some of these cells can form more than one type of cells. These are called stem cells. These cells have the property known as potency, meaning they can be transformed into several types of cell. When we are adults, we have some of these cells you use to repair ourselves. For example, in our bone marrow and nose, these cells are multipotent, meaning they can be turned into a few sorts of cells. However, when we are very young, a fetus for example, we contain cells that are totipotent, meaning they can be transformed into any sort of cell. The idea behind stem cell research is to use them to treat a wide range of diseases such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, heart disease, spinal cord injuries, repair and replace damaged organs and reduce the risk from transplants. The idea is to use stem cells to replace the damaged cells. Other uses are to grow specific groups of cells that drugs can be tested on, increasing the speed of drug trials and reducing the need for animal testing, and possibly being able to prolong people's lives by reversing the effects of aging. There are two main sources of stem cells: adult stem cells, these are multipotent, so less useful, and embryonic stem cells. These are totipotent, so can be used to create any sort of cell. These stem cells tend to be sourced from leftover cells in IVF treatment, which will otherwise be thrown away and are therefore donated to research. Another potential source of stem cells is iPSC, induced pluripotent stem cells. This is where a cell's DNA is modified, reversing the specialization of the cell to create a pluripotent stem cell, meaning it can be used to create most other types of cell. This technique, however, has not been perfected, so is not currently used frequently for research. However, it is a hope for the future. Many people have a moral issue with embryonic stem cell research, particularly religious groups, as they believe that life begins at conception. Therefore, as the embryonic stem cells have the potential to be alive, they should be protected. The other moral issue is the link with human cloning. For example, the process by which more cells are grown from those donated by IVF is similar to cloning. There is also a scientific controversy surrounding stem cell research, as a lot of hype surrounds it, so there is less progress than people often expect. There is also an argument that the body would reject stem cells, similarly to transplants. Another issue is due to the high speed of replication from stem cells. There is a high chance of mutations leading to tumours, giving the patients cancer. It is also very costly, and therefore any treatments developed may be too expensive to use. The media generally portray stem cell research positively. However, the reports given are often sensationalised, drawing unfounded conclusions with very little factual support. For example, the Daily Mirror reported that a cure for deafness from stem cells was 10 years away, based on research to help scientists understand the specific cause of hearing loss rather than create a cure, and did not address any other causes. The Daily Mail's claim that lab-grown livers could become reality in 5 years came from stem cells taken from skin being made to develop liver-like cells, not in any attempt to create a working organ in a lab. An article in The Independent on the cure for multiple sclerosis used evidence from a study created to test the safety of developing treatment, not on the treatment's effectiveness. Overall, while stem cell research does have a lot of potential, it is not currently as revolutionary as people believe due to media hype.